Hello everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft. So if you remember the last episode, we took a little trip to the nether. We started on our storage system. So in this one, I think we're going to extend our factory quite a lot. I've done a lot of preparation to get ready for this, and I think we're going to maybe set up some quarries to get some automated ore in. So yeah, let's get right on with that. Okay, so stuff that we've done since last time. I've redone the roof on this building just because I didn't quite like how it looked before. Put some cool glass in and stuff. I've filled this thing up with drives, so we've got a load more storage space. Don't have to worry about that for a fair while. I've done a fair amount of mining, just tons of stuff, just because I was running out that much. And then I've set up foundations, or the base idea of how I'm going to do this big factory. This thing's probably going to be pretty huge. I'm thinking maybe 4 levels. I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm going to have a tower in the back that's going to be for like power generation, that kind of thing. So I think I've got just about everything that I need to get all this started. Got loads of crap. Let's whack that armor back on. Yeah, I've got loads of stuff. Just been creating all this stuff on and on and on to try and get ready for this. But yeah, enough of me rambling. Let's get straight on building the factory. Okay, so there we go, our factory is done, and there's zombies everywhere. Cool. Out of the way while I narrate, please. Go away, go away, go away. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, there we go, our factory is done. And bloody hell, that took a while. It took a very long while, seeing as I decided to make it out of somewhat stupid materials. Like this concrete, which is really cool. You smelt gravel to get that, which I ended up getting from the nether, because I could never find that much gravel normally. But if you smelt netherrack, then it gives you gravel. So I smelted all that up to get that. So I spent a few hours just in the nether, just mining obscene amounts of netherrack. While I was there, I figured why not make some nether brick as well, some nice accents, which you get by smelting netherrack for the bricks, then 4 bricks to make this nether brick block. Factory blocks again, because I love them. I think they're awesome. I think they're really cool looking. Just the, what are they again? Iron and smooth stone? Yeah, but it makes you a ton of them, so yeah, I don't feel too bad about that. And some of the strengthened glass as well, which I thought looks really cool. That's not the one. Which is that one. There we go. I used it doing the tin one with tin, saltpeter, which you find around everywhere really, glass and some water buckets. And then I just mixed them with some black dye to make these black rimmed ones. I thought they looked really cool. They look quite industrial anyway. And the insides. Hopefully I'll get around to sorting out these torches at some point and make some better lights. But the idea is we've got plenty of separate floors that we can do for each different little production line or mod or whatever. And, oh, I'm missing some glass up there. Ask me, because I'm going up there anyway. And this back bit is the Tower of Power, or at least that's what it's going to be. Going to put sort of all my power generation in there, I think, and have it all sort of feeding out the bottom. There are loads of energy storage in this bottom bit, and I think I might put some bits of my AE system in there as well. Just extra storage crap. And here, this is what I built this before I started on that, but this is just where my wind farm's going to go. So I'm going to move those over to here. Just so it looks a little bit neater, rather than the mess I've got going on over there. Alright, let's go and fix that bit in the roof, actually. So I'll put some floors in here for now. Might end up adding some more at some point, because I think that's not quite enough. Now which one was the right floor for the roof? Is this the roof floor? Yes, it is. Cool. Oh, and I'm dying from hunger. Great. There we go, fill that in. And I had to light this up because there was monsters spawning up here. That could have been a creeper, actually. I don't know. I forget. Yeah, I think I quite like this. But the next thing I want to do, just to finish this off, is I'm going to make some smoke emitters, which I think are from Railcraft. So essentially they just puff out smoke. And I figure, yeah, that'd be quite cool to have coming out this massive tower chimney stack type thing I've got on the side, which I might actually end up making taller, because you can't really see it from the front. I might make this quite a bit taller. But yeah, let's go and make myself some smoke emitters to stick in there. I think that would be quite cool. There we go, not going to starve to death now. Anyway, yeah, let's, how do we make a smoker, I think it is. Yeah, smoker, that's the one. Netherrack, cauldron, and 2 redstone. That's good, because I've still got a ton of netherrack on me. Cool. How do I make a cauldron, though? I haven't actually made one of those before. Just iron like that. Cool. Make one of them. And cool, smoker. But you need a cauldron for each individual one. Yeesh, ouch, that's going to get expensive. I'm going to make maybe, let's say 8 of these, I think. I don't know why I just closed that. Smoker, go back to that again. So we're going to need 8 of these cauldrons. That's quite expensive, but I'm all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chuck them in there. And there we go. 8 smokers. I think that'll work. And another one there. That's all a bit random and not even, but screw it. As long as you can see smoke going up, I'm not that bothered. Oops. Let's fill in all the rest of this. I figure I'm not really going to be going up here, so I don't really care how it looks, to be honest. Like I said, I might raise this up a little bit when I get round to it, just so you can see it if you're standing down there. But right now I do not have the patience to make more smooth stone. This has taken me far too long already. Hours and hours of building and preparation. But cool, we've got some smokers on the go. So now that chimney sort of actually works and looks alright. See what it looks like from outside. And you can't really see the smoke. That kind of sucks. Ah, well, it'll do for now. I might fill in some more of those later. But anyway, I think next, well, let's start moving stuff in here first. I think that's the best option for now. I'm going to have all my AE stuff, and this is just going to be sort of a general area where I'm going to have everyday kind of stuff that I'm going to be using. So main thing is the crafting terminal is going to go down here. Boop. Stick it right in the middle. Why not? I could do with making some more AE cable actually, but I can't right now, so let's not worry about it. Let's stick them down as well. And that and that. Then get some of our universal cable. And, where is all this going to go? Right about here, I think. Let's whack that down there. And run some cabling from the wind turbines. Wind turbine, wind turbine, wind turbine. And that is going to run across there, and across there. This is really not the most efficient way to be doing this, but who cares? Cool. I do love a bit of messy cabling around places. It's just how I like to do things. I'm not massive on hiding my cables. Sort of in the factory space I will do a little bit, but for these slightly more behind the scenes kind of areas, that's how I see them anyway. It's not in the front of the factory. I just have cables all over the place, which I find really fun, but you know. Then I want to run cable under this floor. So I'm going to dig this down here, and boop, there we go. That'll do for now. I'll fix that up later when I make some more cables. Then where's my power coming in? It should be right about here or so. Okay, that'll do for now, just while I'm crafting some extra things. Like the extra cable, that would be quite useful. But then I'm going to need more steel, so let's set up my metallurgic infuser, perhaps? No, I can't, because I need more cable first. Alright, okay, temporarily, metallurgic infuser just going to plonk down there. Stick all my items back in. And get myself some iron. Let's make like let's make 32 steel. So I'm going to be using it a lot more for other stuff anyway. Some coal. We need a full stack of coal to do that. Whack all of that in there and let it do its thing. There we go. Redstone furnace. Just nick the one out of the mining entrance ore processing room. I can go back in there for now. And actually a pulverizer wouldn't be a bad idea as well, but I'm not too worried about that just yet. I want to sort out my power first. It's got 15. That'll be plenty for now. Just take me up some steel dust. Cool, yeah. Let that make me some steel dust. So I can cook that up and make some cables out of it. And I'll explain why I'm using these cables as well, because I do absolutely love these cables, but I haven't really explained why. So I'll do that in just a second. Okay, yeah, first let's make some ME cable. The flux dust, have I got any in there? I do actually, that's good. 8. Will 8 do it? No, I think I need a little bit more. So let's make some more flux dust. Oops, that's not how you spell flux. Flux dust, there we go. Out of that stuff. And I need to make some more thingy for that. It's enough to make me one more cable, so why not? Good, go mate. And glass. There we go. Zing, zing, zing. Okay, 11 cables. Should hopefully do it. Cool. Have it running all the way down just about. And that ought to do it. Cool. There we go. So now if I need some power, I can just dig underneath, dig out this block and get it straight away. And then the other reason I want to do all this is because I want to put these drives and stuff out of the way, really. So you can just go away. And let's get my ME drive out and the controller. And let's hook that up to here. So let's grab some power from here. Actually, let's run it one back from that. Makes more sense, have it against the wall. There we go, got power running to it. Stick the ME controller in there. Put the floor back. Stick the ME drive on top of that. And, ooh, actually, how am I going to run this out of there? I think what I'm going to do is run it straight down here, maybe. Yeah, I think that looks good. There we go, the terminal's a little bit far over, but yeah, I can work with that, that's fine. Let's cover this back over again. There we go, so now it's getting power and it's just linked up by that cable, but it's a little bit of a neater way of doing things. Just, yeah, I'll replace some of this with limestone so it doesn't look too terrible. Eventually this will probably be mostly hidden anyway. Let's put my drives back in. There we go. Cool, so now I've just got my terminal out here and I don't have to worry about other stuff, it's all just hidden back there. This is also useful because later on I'm going to need more storage than this. So what I usually like to do is get some barrels, and then you can just feed this cable into the barrels and it will store some of the things you end up with a lot of in the barrels instead of in the hard drives. So things like cobblestone that you find hundreds and hundreds of, you don't really want them to be clogging up your drives. So you might as well, you know, make some barrels and we'll get around to that a little later. What was I going to do next? Ah yes, next I was going to show you why I like to use these cables. So I made another one of them, another basic energy cube before, and I'm just going to show you the basics of how they work. So what side? That's from I'm going into that one. Cool. Grab that one off there and plug it down here on the output facing that way. Okay, so the reason I like these cables so much is, well, first of all, they're almost completely universal. They will transfer power from just about anything to anything, excluding rotary craft, because that's a very, very different type of power. It's basically rotations and torque and things rather than actual electricity, but pretty much any other kind, this cable will transfer. You can just do it straight from one mod to another, like from this crafting terminal to a, well, that wouldn't work, but like from lots of different machines, you can just transfer straight across with this cable, which is really nice. So you don't really have to worry about what mod things are from. The other thing that I really like about this cable is the transfer rates, and this works very differently to how people assume it does. I've seen so many people that make the more advanced universal cable. If I'll look that up, oops, universal. There we go. So we've got like this advanced universal cable, which is a lot tough to make. Requires 2 more iron as well as the 2 steel you've already put into this thing, and that's like per 2 extra steel per single cable. That's mental. That is way too much. But the thing is, you don't actually have to do that, because although it says on here, see, it says capacity 200 RF per tick, so it would be quite easy to assume that if I lay out a line of cables, that cable will transfer 200 RF per tick, which is the power, and tick is just a measurement of time. It's like a fraction of a second. While I can understand why you think that, in actuality, that's not how it works at all. Really, what it actually means is you can transfer 200 RF per tick per cable. So if I plonk one in here, oops, grab that back up, and look into this thing, it's going up at a decent rate. That's 200 RF per tick. But if I grab this thing back up and plonk it back down over here and lay out cables all the way between them and then look at it, see it's going up a hell of a lot faster. That is because these cables are transferring at 200 RF per tick each. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So that's 1000 RF per tick being sent across. Essentially, the more cables you have in a line or in a network or just connected to each other, then the more energy you can transfer through them at once. So you really don't need to worry about those, those advanced cables or the elite cables or even the ultimate cables, because generally these will get the job done with a little bit of forethought. And generally speaking, with the distances you tend to go with cables, you just don't have to worry about it in the slightest. You really don't. So let's get that back to bottom. There we go. So yeah, that's why I love these cables, because unlike other ones, it just transfers so much and it's so easy to do so. And they just work with everything. So yeah, although they're a little bit more expensive, I think the benefits work out a lot better than that. Ooh, that was a bit of a ramble, bloody hell. And then back to pulverizer, and boom, we have another pulverizer. Awesome. So now I can just stick this down here, because occasionally you will need to pulverize things just off the cuff, and I don't really want to be going into there and messing up my ore production line every time I want to pulverize something, like with the furnace. So let's plonk that down there. Cool. So now if I'm just doing casual things, I'm making something big, then I don't have to go and disrupt that entire thing. Because essentially I'm going to, actually I'll probably do that next. I'll set this thing up so it's fully automated. I can just dump things into the storage system, and it'll just automatically grind them up and smelt them. So I think that's what I should get onto next. But now I've got our basic start to our main factory going, I think I'm going to leave it here for now. So, as always, I've been Strewdel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.